With the recent release of FS22, and by recent I mean the past, I think it was yesterday, I've been seeing a lot of people asking on the internet how to use header trailers. A lot of people are confused about how to use header trailers. And I always thought it was a given, and then I thought about the fact that I grew up around combines, so I just knew. But a lot of people who aren't into farming probably wouldn't have known that right off the bat, so yeah, I'm going to show you how to use a header trailer in the sim so you can use it because there is a bit of confusion going around. So I've heard and read. But anyway, I've got a Colossus combine. We're just going to throw the header onto here. Pretty simple stuff. It's not hard once you get used to it, trust me. So crank her up and we will spin round. I've also just realized this is going to be my first FS22 video. Yay. Now, most header trailers, not all of them, but most header trailers, you load them from the left side of the trailer. Like I'm doing. I'm coming up to the left side. Now you really want to get the header centered between the front axle and the end of the trailer. So there's the front axle, there's the end of the trailer. It's kind of centered. A little more to the left, I think. This was easier in FS17 because you actually had micro movements on the throttle. Until they messed up the physics, and now we don't have that anymore. Did anybody else see that? Am I the only one that saw that? Did y'all see the bushes turn into, like, lightning? Now the grass is doing it. Okay, that's weird. Yeah, that's been happening a little bit, some flickering. I'm not sure what it's about. But anyway, alright, so front to back, I more or less have it centered up. So now what you want to do is just ease forward. You can do this from inside or outside view. I'm going to do it from outside so you can see what I'm doing. But basically, find the back wall of the header. Now that back wall, which is there, needs to basically sit snugly inside the little brackets that you see there. These little kind of J-shaped bracket, they want to sit inside those hooks. So I don't think I'm straight on at the moment. Let me try to fix that. Like I said, it doesn't have micro movements anymore, which would have made this a lot easier, but I may have overdone it. Let's go back to the right. Now, in the old days of Farm Sim, these header trailers were really unstable, and you had to get a mod with a locking script, otherwise it would fall off. They seem to have fixed it, or at least made it better. Alright, so let's ease up to there. Alright, so that looks like it's more or less in place. I'm going to look down the right side. It's just ahead of the front of the brackets. Or excuse me, the back wall of the brackets. Let's look on this side. It's just ahead of the back wall of the brackets. I'm going to glance from up here just to make sure everything looks okay. I think the left side is a little bit further back. So I'm going to turn hard to the right and give it just a nudge if I can. There we go. Alright, so I think that is pretty much straight. Go ahead and straighten the wheel. Alright, now depending on the trailer you're using, the next step is optional. What you can do... Okay, that flickering is driving me crazy. What you can do is actually lower the header on, push it down to the trailer, and then ease backwards so that you make sure the brackets grab it. I had to do that a lot in FS17. Or, if you can't be bothered and you just think it'll stay, you can go ahead and detach the header and let it drop down onto the trailer. I'm going to try to lower and reverse it. but I'm not 100% confident that the brackets are going to hold it. Yeah, they didn't. So let's lift that up. I'm going to go back forward. Alright, left side's on. Right side is way too far up. Let me ease this backwards. Some header trailers, I think this will make more sense if I explain this. Some header trailers, that back part of the bracket is an actual object and the header will snag on it so you know that it's on the trailer. Some of them, apparently this one doesn't. It's just an object that you can clip through. So alright, right side's on, left side's on. Alright, so I'm not gonna even lower it this time, I'm just gonna drop it. There we go. Now I'm gonna back away, watch the header. Keep watching the header. Okay. I know in FS22, because I saw this with a different header, it will actually, about 3 seconds after you detach it, it will move the header slightly and lock it into place, which is good. If you look at the brackets there, see the header sits snugly up against them. I'll show you the one on this side. Yep, right there. Right, so that is how you get the header mounted on the trailer. Now when you go to get it off, which is even easier, this is how you do this. Alright, so I'm gonna get lined up, make sure the feeder house is lined up with the back side of the header. I'm gonna ease up to it. Get the feeder house up next to it. Thing is telling me I can attach. I attach it, the combine's gonna pick it up. Then you simply reverse until you get the trailer out from under you, and you're good to go. Now whenever they come out with the manual attach mod, what you'll have to do is get out and then hook the PTO up or unhook it if you're dropping the header off. But that mod hasn't come out yet because the game is literally 2 days old. So go ahead and shut that down. But yeah, that's how you do it. Any other questions or comments? Drop me a comment below. Thank you very much for watching. I hope that helped you. Have a good day.